This new update for the Honor Magic 8 Pro Chinese edition is wild. It promises huge improvements and has a very long changelog, especially when it comes to cameras, but also the fluidity of the whole system has been improved. In this video, I want to show you some of the coolest new features that this update provides, especially when it comes to the cameras. So let's get started. One of the coolest new features of this phone is the zoom level. First of all, they have optimized the stabilization to SEPA level 6.5 from 5.5. And we don't only have 100 times. If you cannot read the discount code here for Trading Shenzhen, I can go in to 200 times. Thanks to the new stabilization, it's pretty stable. Take a shot and then you definitely can read the discount code now here for Trading Shenzhen if you want to get the Honor Magic 8 Pro in the Chinese version with always the latest upgrades and greatest upgrades and with almost no downsides in comparison to the global version. Then, if you have Chinese friends or family, you have the ability now to create a Chinese New Year, new beginning watermark, special watermarks for this new year of the horse, I think it is, that you can choose in between here. So lots and tons of those that you can choose between. Very, very nice indeed. We have some other improvements regarding the camera. First of all, the video. I'm recording now with the main camera sensor here on the Magic 8 Pro. How well is it doing? I think they tweaked it a little bit. Don't over sharpen too much and don't have too harsh kind of shadows and HDR kind of effect here again on the video. So I think they're improving there also in the video department, only slight tweaks. What they tweaked, however, is the color stability, and they also promised some tweaks within the portrait mode. I have taken some shots, portraits actually, 3 shots, that I can compare to the previous firmware to see if they really improved something. So let's check it out. Start off with 2x zoom. I'm a bit closer on the newer version than on the older version there, but in terms of colors you can already see that it's a bit more warmish on the newer version. The face a bit, but the background especially. You can see here it's a bit colder, here it's a bit warmer. That's the whole difference between those two. The rest in terms of sharpness and detail levels is identical. So the over sharpening, redrawn of the eyebrows, too much contrasty look on my hair and on my eyebrows is almost the same. Not much of a difference there. Hair cutout is pretty much identical between those two. Very nice. If you zoom in even further, 85 versus 85 millimeter, you can see almost identical as well. A bit brighter here, a bit more overexposed maybe on the newer version than on the older version, but that's basically it. Eyebrows the same kind of thing. Same sharpening applied there, not much of a difference between those two. So I really don't see much of a difference. I would say and argue here that this version here, the older version, keeps this light better intact, where here it's a bit overblown on the newer version. Then the next shot here, also I think a bit overblown on the newer version, a bit less overblown on the older version. Sharpness, detail levels almost identical there, not much of a difference between those two. Redrawing of eyebrows, a bit of eyes as well, and maybe a tad warmer again here on this side of the face in comparison to this. So this is, I think, the whole difference between the older face color and the newer face color that you can see here. So new on the left, old on the right. Yeah, that's it. Slightly going warmer in terms of colors. That's all what I noticed in terms of portrait. But with the sharpening algorithms, still, I think, not being the best for portraits here. The gallery application has new AI added for portraits, AI portraits it's called, and you can change the shadows here to various different shadows if you want to, and it needs some time to progress those. But you can also change the bokeh, to have various different options to change the bokeh there, and even the face type and AI beauty. But I think the shadow and bokeh are the new options that you can change here. The experience of the multitasking, like going into a little window there, opening up the window, going into full screen, has new animations and nice blur effects that have been added. So if I want to do this here, both running side by side, a vertical swap, very nice and easy, and I have even the ability to resize them, as you see here. So they have updated those technologies to make it a little bit smoother and faster and more fluid and nicer to look at. In the notifications, we have a new option, so I can just swipe to the left here, go to the settings, and then I have the option to pin to the top, which is a new option. So if I want to get like my Twitter or X notifications always on the top, I can pin this to the top, and then it will be pinned always to the top, which is quite nice. The cool thing about the Chinese version is that in the phone app you have call recording, auto call recording. You can turn it on, and now the new option is strangers. So if strangers call you, you have the ability to turn this on, or otherwise you can have AI calls on that try to automatically detect when to record the call. The app twin option now supports more app twins, and there you can see you can twin almost all the apps that are available on this system. So you're not only bound to the predefined ones here. Those are on the Chinese version. The global version has, I think, also a predefined list, but you can basically tweak and use all those apps as an app twin. Very nice. So this is pretty much everything of the MagicOS 10 update here on this Chinese version of the Magic 8 Pro. I hope some of those features will also land on the global version. Of course, this update comes again with battery improvements. It was already very good, but improving the battery, I cannot complain about it. It is really, really cool. Smoothness, stability, security updates come with this new update as well. And hopefully the global version can also improve with the camera. CIPA 6.5 rating, I think, is the major feature here. Not the 2x zoom, it's a gimmick completely, to be completely honest. But with this new CIPA rating, maybe come in helpful even at 10x and below for stabilizing your shots. All in all, great improvements on the Magic 10 and MagicOS 10 on the Magic 8 Pro. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have some questions, put them down in below. Until the next time, bye.